the Chief Minister, Ministers of Government, the First Lady, colleagues all, good morning. So let us pray. Amen. I have to introduce the chairman. Incidentally, he refused to give me any tips to introduce him. So I'm going to say what I know about him, and you can verify after listening to him and interacting with him. He is a he. He hails from the east, and they say wise men come from the east, so I expect him to be wise. And incidentally, he went to the best Catholic school in this country. I know that is, in fact, the second best school in the country after the both school. I know CM will not be happy with that, but that's a fact. He went to Christ the King College, and then he proceeded to Jala University College. He started his career in the private sector. He worked with Kwedu Holdings, but the few things I know about him: one, he's very pragmatic, and he's a born politician because he can mesh into any society at any time you give him the opportunity. So, with a round of applause, kindly let us invite the chairman for this occasion, who happens to be Mr. Rex Bonafa, the Deputy Minister of Transport and Aviation.
Thank you very much, yes, Commander, for that short but apt introduction of this chairman. When I wanted to use the other podium, I had somebody shout, "Hey!" little realizing that I've just been introduced as the chairman for this program. So it is my discretion to use any podium, just so that you know. Chief Minister, Madam First Lady, esteemed colleagues of government or ministers of government, ladies and gentlemen, I'm truly grateful to be here today, more so that I have been chosen as the chairman for such a historic event. So we are not going to waste time. Cognizance of the fact that today is Monday and you will be having your busy schedules in your offices, I will try to make it as snappy as possible. But what we are about to witness today is an epoch-making event, a true milestone in the history of this country. Never before have we seen or witnessed such a collaboration between government and the private sector. That is why if you look amongst the crowd here, I would say it's a potpourri of government officials and private sector players. So I want to welcome you all to this very important gathering. And like I have told you, I'm going to make it as snappy as possible. I will not talk long because it is not about me. It is about the Ministry of Transport and Aviation and other key partners that helped in making this dream a reality. I thank you very much. On that note, when we started the IROM project, if you are wondering what IROM is the Integrated Resilient Urban Mobility Project, funded by the World Bank as well as the government of Leone. And it's a $52 million project. It started in 2019 and it will wrap up in June this year as well. What we are about to witness today is just one component of the IROM project. It has got a lot of components, starting from the procurement of the buses, the setting up of a transport company, the transition of SRTC to an authority, as well as the signalization, the traffic lights that you have just been entertained to. So it's a host of components. But what is more important about this particular program is that by the time we launch the buses, it will trigger into action the other components, like the use of the traffic lights, as well as the pedestrian bridges and so on and so forth. But then we would not have done this all by ourselves had it not been for the collaboration of certain institutions, especially the Freetown City Council. They collaborated with us, they supported us through and through, and they have been part of the inception of this program up to where we are today. It is against that backdrop that I will ask you to join me in welcoming the Deputy Mayor of Freetown City Council to make a statement.
Please forgive me, I wasn't quite sure which of the podiums I was meant to use. Madam First Lady, Honorable Ministers, members of the Diplomatic Corps, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, fellow citizens, allow me to stand on all existing protocols. I bring you greetings from the Mayor of Freetown, who is currently out of the country. I am indeed deeply honored and humbled to stand before you today as the Deputy Mayor of Freetown to launch the public transport reforms to support urban mobility in Freetown under the Integrated Urban Resilient Mobility Project, which is funded by the World Bank and the government of Sierra Leone. It is with immense gratitude that I extend my sincere appreciation for the opportunity to address this pivotal moment in the development of our city. The introduction of a bus service that will help to decongest the city is truly a milestone in our efforts to create a more sustainable and efficient urban transportation system. With dedicated stops for boarding and alighting buses, as well as the reduction of low occupancy vehicles, we're taking a significant step towards easing transport congestion and improving the overall mobility within our city. Greenhouse gas emission will reduce from the replacement of low occupancy vehicles, and this will also help with improving the air quality in Freetown. The Urban Mobility Initiative not only aligns with the journey to transform Freetown under the leadership of Her Worship Mayor Ivanaki Soya's vision for a resilient and functional urban transformation system, it also complements the wider transport policy of the Freetown City Council by working together to enhance a public transport network, including the proposed cable car project, which is going through a feasibility study. We're fostering a more integrated and efficient approach to moving people and goods throughout our city. Furthermore, I would be remiss if I did not commend the proposal to support the pilot of a controlled parking zone within the Central Business District. This collaborative effort between FCC and the Ministry of Transport and Aviation and other departments and agencies, including the SLP, demonstrates a commitment to holistic urban planning and the pursuit of innovative solutions to the challenges we face in managing our urban landscape. This, I must say, fits in with the government's Big Five initiatives. In closing, I urge everyone, each and every one of us, to embrace and support the public transport reforms under the Integrated Urban Resilient Mobility Project. It is a testament to the progress we can achieve when we work together towards a common goal. Let us seize this opportunity to create a city not only resilient and sustainable, but also a place where mobility is accessible and affordable to all. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, His Worship the Deputy Mayor of Freetown City Council. We would not have done this, like I said, in silos or in isolation. We needed to bring in other partners. And of course, I've told you about the amount of money that was injected into this program. We are not Ministry of Finance. We don't have a vault, just so that you know. And when it came to the fiduciary management of this whole project, we relied heavily on the Ministry of Finance, because even the PFMU that manages the fiduciary aspect of the program sits in the Ministry of Finance. And we've enjoyed a lot of comfort from the Minister of Finance. A gentleman of fine standing. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome the Minister of Finance for his statement.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Madam First Lady, Chief Minister, colleague ministers, His Worship, the Deputy Mayor of Freetown City Municipality, Country Manager, diplomats, members of Parliament, colleagues in the public service and general distinguished ladies and gentlemen. Today marks another milestone in actualizing the productive relationship between government and our development partners, especially the World Bank. And I just want to draw your attention as to where we started getting to these buses into Sierra Leone. Well, the ministry signed in 2019, July 22nd, a financing agreement which facilitated a concessional loan or concessional grant resources of $50 million to support the government in deepening reforms in our public transport sector. And these were really meant to ensure that we drive road safety, but also enhance the entire institutional architecture in the transport sector in Sierra Leone and improve or modernize some of our infrastructure that we have. So the project was designed in a way that we had some components, 5 different components, modernizing and professionalizing the sector itself, strategically ensuring that we have resilient investment in our mobility systems in the country, build the human capacity of the ministry and the sector itself, and then fund the project, implementing the agency, and then leave room for any emergencies. And I must say, since we signed, we did a lot in ensuring that the project starts on time. And I must confide in you that from the Ministry of Finance point of view, we are very pleased with the implementation of this project up to this point. We have achieved 76% of the disbursement. I think 90% of the project in terms of implementation has been done. And I just want to commend the leadership of the Ministry of Transport and Aviation and the team, Mr. Minister, yourself and your team, and prior ministers who have actually contributed in ensuring that we get to this point today. For strong oversight and leadership. I want to thank you very much. And I will be remiss in my duty if I don't appreciate what the World Bank has done. Currently, it's close to $1 billion investment in different sectors in the country. And then with 3 key regional programs in key sectors, be it energy, agriculture, and the like. And they have been very instrumental over the decades across many sectors. And this, I think they are very passionate about and very focused on ensuring that we deepen our intervention in the transport sector going forward. And I know there's a deep thought around having a continuation of investment in the sector so that we don't leave it halfway done. So I really want to appreciate the regional director, the country manager who is here with us, Abdul and the team, and the entire World Bank team for standing with us in this journey in the last couple of years. And as we gather here this morning for this lunch, let me inform all that this is a huge investment. Not only the bus that you see some improvements across the city in strategic areas where we have been investing in unlocking some of the blockages that we have in freeing up the movement of vehicles, but also facilitating the flow of traffic in the country. You see traffic lights, you see overhead crossing areas for kids or people who will be traversing high highways or I'll call it heavily used roads across the country. And we believe that these buses will be very instrumental in ensuring that we free up the movement of people. And even when there are problems in the city, normally, people will say they are striking, public buses will be there and they will not affect people moving around. So this is a very valuable investment, and I think it is meaningful in transforming the sector. I am very much happy and urge that we take good care of these properties, and I'm very much pleased with the structure that has been set. We have allowed private sector to come and work with the government and ensure that these buses are effectively managed and they can stand the test of time to free up ease of movement within the city. So let me conclude by stating that the Ministry of Finance will continue to support the Ministry of Transport and the transport sector in ensuring that we do mobilize resources, but also provide the needed support in ensuring that your policies in implementing the wishes of the 5 big changes, game changers, are actually implemented, especially those that have to do with in transportation and technology, which you are very much serious about. So I thank you very much, and wish you very well as we launch and use these valuable assets in the country. Thank you very much.
I demand you will come to your office. I will now invite the President of Sierra Leone Motor Drivers Union, Mr. Ba, for a short statement. Mr. Ba, please. Thank you. The machine. Okay.
Your Excellency, our First Lady, it is with great pleasure and honor that I stand before you today to mark a significant milestone in the history of urban mobility in Freetown. The launch of this public transport reforms represents a pivotal moment in our collective effort to transform the way people move within our city. And I am deeply grateful to the opportunity shared with all of you. The gains made in public transport sector are nothing short of remarkable. The transformation of the Sierra Leone Road Transport Corporation into the Sierra Leone Public Transport Authority marks a shift from being a mere operator to become a regulator, paving the way for the establishment of the Metro Transport Company Limited. A shareholding company comprised of the existing transport stakeholders like the Motor Drivers and General Transport Workers Union, which has 30% into this company, passenger welfare, motor tricycle operators, Motor Tricycle Union, and the Okada Transport Union. This transition has been instrumental in professionalizing the modernization and transport sector, ensuring that our citizens have access to safe, reliable, and efficient public transport service. Furthermore, the procurement of 50 high-quality buses branded Waka Fine to be managed and operated by the Metro Transport, which Drivers Union is part of it, is a testament to our commitment to provide top-notch transportation options for the people of Freetown. These buses will not only enhance the quality of service, but also contribute to the reducing congestion and improving air quality in our city. I must also acknowledge the pivotal role played by the existing transport sector, which has been responsible for providing our 90% of urban transport for commuters. Their adaptability and willingness to adjust to ongoing charges during the project, lifespan have been crucial in ensuring the success of these public transport reforms. Their dedication and resilience have been integral to the realization of our shared vision for a more efficient and sustainable urban transport system. As we stand on the course of this transformative movement, I will be remiss if I did not express my deepest gratitude to His Excellency, retired Brigadier Dr. Julius Maada Bio, for his professional leadership and unwavering commitment to improving urban mobility in Freetown. Your support has been instrumental in driving these reforms forward, and we are immensely grateful for your unwavering dedication to the cause. I would also like to extend my heartfelt appreciation to the Ministry of Transport and Aviation, in particular the Minister and the IRON project, for implementing units, for their steadfast trust in our ability to succeed. Their support and guidance have been invaluable throughout the implementation of this transformation project, and we are deeply grateful for their unwavering commitment to our shared goals. Lastly, but certainly not least, I want to thank the transport stakeholders for their resilience and dedication in staying the course. Your unwavering commitment to these public transport reforms has been nothing short of inspiring, and I am truly grateful to your collective effort in bringing us to this momentous occasion. In closing, I am filled with optimism as we embark on the new chapter in Freetown urban mobility journey. Together, we have laid the foundation for a more sustainable, efficient, and inclusive transport system that will benefit generations to come. I'm confident that with our continued collaboration and determination, we will achieve even greater milestones in the years ahead. I thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. President, with a small P of Motor Drivers Union. His statement has just answered the persistent question about what will happen to the existing transport runners along the various corridors. He has just told you they are very much part of the entire transformative process. They are shareholders in the new company. And it is not only limited to them alone. It includes the keke riders as well as the BRU and that of the passenger welfare. So we had them in mind. This is not to take bread from their mouth, but to ensure that we even upgrade their status by giving them a new company with new bosses. Ladies and gentlemen, inter alia, I told you this project was co-funded, one by the government of Sierra Leone, and more importantly, by another development partner. That is what we look forward to from our development partners. So now I will call on the country director of the World Bank to make a brief statement. Mr. Director, please. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Chairman. The Honorable First Lady, Her Excellency Fatima Bio, Chief Minister, Minister of Finance, Cabinet Ministers present, development partners, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure to join you today here in the inauguration of this Waka Fine bus. It's a huge moment for celebration for the people of Sierra Leone, and I would like to begin by expressing our appreciation to the Ministry of Transport, Minister, and your colleagues and your predecessor together with the PIU, as well as the Ministry of Finance, who have spearheaded the implementation of the IRAM project. Getting here is a huge milestone, and we commend all of you who have been behind the effort. I would like to begin by underscoring we are talking about moving people, we are talking about moving food, we're talking about enhancing digital infrastructure. Important that private buses. So this is a clear manifestation of the direction where we see efforts to really combat climate change, or any effort that would lead to mitigation or adaptation of better ways to live with climate change. The other issue I wanted to talk about is that this innovation is so important. We are enhancing the rollout of technology into the day-to-day operations of the bus company. So if you have a cell phone and you have